Science and mathematics. Mr. Charles Acree's two strong suits. And if you're a student in one of his classes, that's what you're going to learn, science and mathematics. But you're going to learn them Acree style.
Now this wouldn't be 15 ohms here, it would be 15 plus 10, it would be 25. Now let's get this one correct.
To someone just passing by the door, this looks like mass confusion, but it isn't. It's a premeditated, planned, and practiced method of teaching that works. It's the product of years in administration, observing other teachers, and then using what he's learned to teach.
And I saw in a classroom if you could produce a certain looseness, and students would learn. They needed to be relaxed. And yet it needs to be a disciplined sort of relaxedness. And anytime you catch it, they're not with you, then branch out anywhere. If you read enough, you'll know enough topics that just go off tangent, completely out. They're already left you anyway, so you might as well go out there with them temporarily. Then you can bring them all back together again.
Physics might lead to ecology or the energy crisis, chemistry to politics or even the economy. Charles Acree is up to date, reading to keep abreast. As long as there's something to be gained from a topic other than physics or chemistry, there's room for it in his classes. There's one thing that I feel that each of his students have sensed. You might not excel in his class. All he asks you to do is try. Make the effort.
If a person is putting forth an effort, he doesn't have to be accomplished in the most, but if he's putting forth an effort, then he is learning more than he might think he's learning. But if he gives up, then during that time that he has given up, he is not learning. And very few times did I ever have a person to just completely roll over and play dead. I could usually motivate them some way. Most students that I've ever taught.
Charles Acree has been Georgia's star teacher 4 different years. His students have gone on to become engineers, chemists, lawyers, you name it. Each influenced in some way by the time spent in his classes.
When you go back and think of what influence you can have, then it becomes real serious what you say to a youngster. Because what you say is just in a passing moment might change that individual's thinking more than you could ever think it would say.
The name of Charles Acree of Dalton, Georgia, is inscribed in the Teacher Hall of Fame for 1977. This is Andy Johnston.